A part of local history for Western New York and the U.S. Navy will be fading from the national scene later this week down in Florida. The Navy's newest version of the USS Little Rock warship will actually be dropped from service and sold off. Most Buffalo's Ron Plants is live for us now at Buffalo's Naval and Military Park to explain more about what happened to this ship. Ron?
Kate, you know, obviously lots of history here at the Buffalo Naval and Military Park, dating back to World War II, obviously. But now we're talking about more recent history. December of 2017, the latest USS Little Rock was actually commissioned here into service with the Navy. For the first time ever, that actually happened in Navy history next to its namesake ship. That's the old USS Little Rock there, the cruiser from the 1950s, and the new Little Rock was commissioned right next to it. But now, that new USS Little Rock is going out of Navy service. The stirring send-off back on December 16, 2017, amidst the wind and chilling snow on the waterfront, as Buffalo residents and the commissioning crew of officers and sailors manned the ship and brought her to life as part of the Navy tradition, using this ceremony to put Littoral-class ship number 9 in service after it was built, as we showed you back then, in Wisconsin, and then sailed across the Great Lakes in St. Lawrence Seaway to be stationed at this Atlantic Ocean base in sunny Mayport, Florida. We even showed you tours on board the ship back then and explained its potential missions, ranging from special operations with Navy SEALs to anti-submarine warfare. But now come Friday, the Navy will officially take this ship after less than 6 years of service out of commission, largely due to an embarrassing list of incidents and problems ranging from the ship's trouble with ice as it got stuck in Montreal for 3 months that winter, to other costly issues with its transmission gear, which was supposed to allow it to have speed and be able to turn on a dime. Some described it as a warship operating like a jet ski. The whole LCS program, which means they would be littoral or operate close to shore, was a victim of heavily criticized Pentagon planning and congressional politics. The ships, costing $350 million and built by a subsidiary of defense contractor Lockheed Martin, were deemed by admirals to be too difficult and expensive to operate. Chris Cavus, who is a naval warfare journalist and commentator who runs a weekly podcast, told me his perspective of their future use.
I am sure that just about all these littoral combat ships that leave service in the U.S. Navy will haul down the American flag and then be hauling up a friendly foreign nation's flag, and have long lives ahead of them under somebody else's Navy. It'll be a bargain for them.
Now, unfortunately, this LCS class of ships, which again was supposed to be littoral combat ships, always had a bit of an image problem. In fact, Navy sailors referred to them as little crappy ships, we're sorry to say. A Navy public affairs officer tells me down in Florida that the decommissioned Little Rock, when it's taken out of service on Friday, will actually be sent to the Philadelphia Navy Yard and then prepared for actual sale to a foreign Navy, from what we understand. Now, there is a crew of about 80 or 90 on board. They will be transferred to other duties in the Navy, maybe other ships. Some LCS ships with a different hull design, a different shipbuilder, they will continue in service with the Navy, but this USS Little Rock LCS 9 will be gone come Friday. Reporting from the Buffalo Naval and Military Park, on your side, I'm Ron Plants, Channel 2 News. Kate?